Was Hitler a great leader or a ruthless killer? Adolf Hitler was born on April 20, 1889, in Austria-Hungary. Unlike many world leaders, he never completed formal education. He left secondary school without finishing and was rejected twice from the Vienna Academy of Fine Arts, earning him the title of an Austrian painter. His lack of education played a crucial role in shaping his later political ideology and career. When Hitler came to power, Germany was struggling with economic collapse, widespread unemployment, and a national identity shattered by the Treaty of Versailles. He took drastic measures to rebuild the economy, launching massive infrastructure projects that put people back to work and restored a sense of national pride. But while this seemed like a promising revival, it was rooted in militarization and preparations for war. His economic policies were never meant to sustain peace. They were designed to fuel an aggressive expansion that would ultimately throw the world into chaos. Determined to establish Germany as a dominant force, Hitler pursued territorial expansion, reclaiming lands he believed belonged to his people. His early moves, such as remilitarizing the Rhineland and annexing Austria, were seen by many Germans as a sign of strength. But soon, this ambition escalated into full-scale invasions. Poland fell first, and then country after country was pulled into the war he had ignited. What began as a vision of national resurgence quickly turned into one of the most destructive conflicts in history, leaving entire nations devastated. Hitler's greatest weapon wasn't just his army, it was his voice. He knew how to rally people, how to make them believe in his vision for a stronger Germany. His speeches captivated crowds, stirring emotions and uniting millions under his leadership. Yet behind the grandeur of his words was something far more sinister. His rhetoric was built on propaganda and hatred, fueling discrimination and leading to one of the darkest chapters in human history, the Holocaust. His ability to inspire was used not to uplift, but to manipulate and oppress. Under his rule, Germany experienced a technological and industrial boom. Highways, military advancements, and scientific research flourished. But the cost of this progress was unbearable. Forced labor camps, exploitation, and the suffering of millions were the foundation of this so-called advancement. Scientific discoveries came at the price of human experimentation, and industrial success was built on the backs of those Hitler saw as expendable. Germany's military strength during World War II was formidable. The Wehrmacht, Germany's armed forces, was one of the most advanced and well-equipped militaries of its time. The Blitzkrieg strategy, lightning-fast warfare, allowed German forces to conquer vast territories with unprecedented speed. Tanks like the Panzer IV and Tiger I were among the most powerful in the world, capable of overwhelming enemy defenses. The Luftwaffe, Germany's air force, dominated the skies in the early years of the war, using aircraft like the Messerschmitt Bf 109 and Stuka dive bombers to strike fear into opponents. Germany also made significant advancements in military technology. The development of V-2 rockets, the world's first long-range guided ballistic missiles, marked a turning point in warfare. These rockets, launched against Allied cities, demonstrated Germany's ability to push the boundaries of military innovation. The country also pioneered jet aircraft, with the Messerschmitt Me 262 becoming the first operational jet fighter in history. Despite these achievements, Hitler's obsession with conquest led to Germany's downfall. His decisions stretched the military thin, forcing it to fight on multiple fronts against overwhelming opposition. The invasion of the Soviet Union proved disastrous, as German forces were unprepared for the harsh winter and the sheer size of the Soviet resistance. The once powerful Wehrmacht began to crumble under the pressure of Allied offensives, and Germany's technological superiority was no longer enough to secure victory. In his pursuit of ultimate power, Hitler pushed Germany into a war it could never win. His decisions led to the deaths of millions, turning cities to rubble and leaving his own country in ruins. What began as a promise of strength ended in devastation. By the time World War II came to an end, Hitler's legacy was cemented, not as a leader who elevated his nation, but as one who tore it apart through war, destruction, and genocide. Adolf Hitler sought to rebuild Germany's economy and create a powerful nation, leading to rapid industrial growth and infrastructure development. However, his vision was built on militarization and an ideology that oppressed millions, causing immeasurable suffering. He believed territorial expansion was necessary to provide Germans with more living space, reclaiming lands he saw as rightfully theirs. Yet his aggressive invasions led to widespread destruction, forcing entire nations into war and leaving countless civilians displaced. His speeches united millions under his leadership, giving them hope for a stronger Germany. But beneath his inspiring rhetoric was propaganda designed to spread hatred, leading to systemic persecution and genocide. Under his command, Germany's military became one of the most formidable forces, pioneering tactics like blitzkrieg that overwhelmed enemies with speed and precision. However, his reckless war strategies exhausted his army, leading to Germany's ultimate downfall. Germany made remarkable technological advancements, developing powerful tanks, innovative aircraft, and even early rocket technology. But these achievements were driven by forced labor and cruelty, exploiting innocent lives for the sake of war. Hitler wanted Germany to be the dominant power in the world, a force rivaling the greatest nations of history. Yet his relentless pursuit of control brought destruction, leaving cities in ruins and millions dead. His leadership transformed Germany into a global force, reshaping its economy and military strength. But the cost of his ambition was too high. His vision ended in devastation, cementing his legacy as one of history's most infamous figures. Now subscribe and thanks for watching.